On the 8th of August, Russian Cold War-era Tu-95 bombers have been intercepted. The incident happened over Arctic Beaufort Sea's international airspace, north of Alaskan and Canadian coasts. As per reports, a pair of USAF F-22 Raptors and 2 Canadian Forces CF-18s conducted the intercept. These were supported by USAF E-3 Sentry AWACS, USAF KC-135 Stratotanker, and C-130 tanker. All these aircrafts are under the control of North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD. Viewers may note that NORAD is a combined organization of the United States and Canada that provides aerospace warning, air sovereignty, and protection for Northern America. In this video, Defense Updates reports on F-22 and CF-18 intercepting Tu-95 Bear bombers. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive military vehicle online game for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, in which you can go to battle on more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. The game has an amazing attention to detail and focuses on a realistic combat experience, which is why knowing your vehicles and skill really makes a difference. It's easy to get into, and all you need to play is nothing more but your mouse and keyboard or controller. Immerse yourself in cross-platform combat with more than 20 million other military vehicle enthusiasts from all over the world. Download and play War Thunder for free using the link in the description below, and also get a free bonus tank or aircraft and 3 days of premium account. Aircraft navigating close to rivals' border in peacetime is common. These exercises are generally aimed at collecting data regarding the enemy's air defense, to update tactical maps, as well as to check the rival's reaction time. The information is cataloged for future use and can help the commanders to plan a war strategy in case conflict breaks out. These missions are also conducted to assess own readiness and capabilities. Both Russia and America undertake this type of exercise several times a year for different regions. There's no reason to believe that the Russians had anything different in mind this time. The Air Defense Identification Zone, or ADIZ, where the intercept happened in international airspace, extends 200 miles from the U.S.-Canadian coastline. The airspace is always monitored for security reasons. U.S. territorial airspace begins only 12 miles from the coastline. As per reports, the Russian aircraft stayed well clear of the 12-mile U.S. airspace limit during the encounter. It's interesting to note that this is not the first time this kind of encounter has happened. Only a week ago, radar surveillance had picked up 2 Russian aircraft when they entered the ADIZ. At that time, they were not intercepted. Before this, another confrontation had occurred in May when Russian aircraft entered the ADIZ for 2 consecutive days. NORAD Commander General Terence O'Shaughnessy stated, "NORAD's top priority is defending Canada and the United States. NORAD operators identified and intercepted the Russian aircraft flying near our nations." He added, "Whether responding to violators or restricted airspace domestically, or identifying and intercepting foreign military aircraft, NORAD is on alert 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year." The TUPOLEV Tu-95, also named as Bear in the West, is a large 4-engine turboprop-powered strategic bomber and missile platform. The bomber was designed by TUPOLEV Aerospace and Defense Company. First flown in 1952, the Tu-95 entered service with the Soviet Union in 1956 and is expected to serve the Russian aerospace forces until at least 2040. It's powered by 4 Kuznetsov NK-12 turboprop engines. The aircraft can fly at a maximum speed of 516 miles per hour or 830 kilometers per hour and has a range of 15,000 kilometers or 9,321 miles. It can carry up to 15,000 kilograms or 33,000 pounds of weapons. The Tu-95 has also seen many upgrades that include better avionics, sensors, and weapons package. The latest modernization of the bombers provided it with the ability to carry KH-101 or 102 stealth cruise missiles. This upgrade saw the installation of 4 underwing pylons for up to 8 KH-101 or 102 cruise missiles, as well as adjusting aircraft's main weapons bay for cruise missiles of size KH-101-102. The KH-101 missile is an air-launched low-radar cross-section missile. KH-102 is a nuclear version. The KH-101 has a 400 kilogram or 880 pound high explosive, penetrating or cluster warhead, and the KH-102 has a 250 kiloton nuclear warhead. The missile has a maximum speed of around Mach 0.8 and is estimated to have a range of around 1,250 miles or 2,000 kilometers. The CF-18 Hornet is a Royal Canadian Air Force (RCAF) fighter aircraft, based on the American McDonnell Douglas FA-18 Hornet fighter. FA-18 Hornet is a twin-engine, supersonic, all-weather, carrier-capable, multi-role combat jet, designed as both a fighter and attack aircraft. In 1980, the FA-18 was selected as the winner of the New Fighter Aircraft Project competition, and a production order was awarded. Canada was the first export customer for the Hornet and replaced the CF-104 Starfighter, meant for air reconnaissance and strike, the McDonnell CF-101 Voodoo, meant for air interception, and the CF-116 Freedom Fighter, meant for ground attack. The Canadian Forces began receiving the CF-18 in 1982. The original CF-18, as delivered, is largely identical to the FA-18A and B models. A total of 80 CF-18s, consisting of 62 single-seat and 18 dual-seat models, were delivered. Many features that made the FA-18 suitable for naval carrier operations were retained by the Canadian Forces, such as the robust landing gear, the arrestor hook, and the wing folding mechanisms. F-22 is still the most potent fighter jet in the world, even though more than 2 decades have passed since the first one was produced. It's to be noted that even today, F-22 can't be exported to any country as per American federal law, which is a stark contrast to other fighters including the F-35. F-22 Raptor is the first operational aircraft to combine supercruise and supermaneuverability. Supercruise is the ability to have sustained supersonic flight without having to use the highly inefficient afterburners. With this, F-22 can intercept targets which subsonic aircraft would lack the speed to pursue, and an afterburner-dependent aircraft would lack the fuel to reach. F-22 incorporates supermaneuverability, which makes it a capable dogfighter. In AN/APG-77 radar, F-22 possesses the most powerful sensor ever mounted on a fighter. It has a range of around 400 kilometers against 1 square meter target. The radar changes frequencies more than 1,000 times per second to resist jamming and have low probability of intercept, meaning that the enemy has no warning that a radar lock has been achieved against it. F-22 Raptor is developed from ground up to be stealthy. F-22 is the stealthiest fighter ever built and has very low RCS, radar cross-section, of only 0.0001 square meter. It can be armed with AIM-9 Sidewinder and AIM-120 AMRAAM air-to-air missiles. Tu-95 is a fairly large aircraft and has no stealth characteristics. This makes it hard for the aircraft to penetrate well-defended airspace. Tu-95's upgrade was meant to address this, and this is where KH-101 and 102 missiles come in. KH-101 and 102 missiles provide it with the ability to hit targets from standoff distances. So, though pretty old, still Tu-95 is actually a potent adversary. CF-18 Hornet and F-22 Raptor are versatile fighters, and once detected, Tu-95 has no chance against these, especially since both of these can carry AIM-120D. The AIM-120D is the latest development of the AMRAAM missile family, designed and built by Raytheon. It includes a two-way data link, superior navigation through GPS-enhanced inertial measurement unit, much larger no-escape zone, improved high-angle off-bore sight capability, and is thought to have a range of more than 105 miles or 167 kilometers. The missile will have no problem in locking onto an aircraft like Tu-95, which has large radar returns. It's safe to assume that in wartime the Tu-95s will be escorted by Russian fighters.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.